Now to the latest on the campaign trail on this one day left before Election Day. A lighthearted moment has now drawn the ire of the Federal Communications Commission. Vice President Kamala Harris made this appearance on NBC's Saturday Night Live over the weekend. Take a look. Harris's appearance on SNL comes just days before Election Day. Trump-appointed FCC Commissioner Brendan Carr criticized Harris's appearance on the show and accused the network of attempting to evade an FCC rule requiring broadcasters to give rival candidates equal airtime. NBC has filed notice to give Donald Trump equal time. The former president delivered a direct-to-viewer statement on NBC yesterday between his NASCAR and NFL coverage. So neither Trump nor Harris is traveling to Iowa in the final stretch, the Hawkeye state that hasn't really been on anyone's radar as a battleground until fresh results from a highly respected poll over the weekend showed the presidential race there may be up for grabs. It is a surprising turn for the state, widely viewed as solidly red. The Des Moines Register poll shows Kamala Harris leading Donald Trump 47% to his 44%. That is within the margin of error. It's also a dramatic shift from September when Trump led by 4 points. So the change is fueled by senior women and independent women. One possible contributing factor, Iowa passed a strict 6-week abortion ban this summer, which may be energizing more women to vote.
It should be between the person and their provider, not the government.
Human rights really, I think, is what this election has become about.
Trump dismissed the results of the poll, insisting he is doing well in Iowa.
They just announced a fake poll. Hey, think of it. Right before the election that I'm 3 points down. I'm not down in Iowa.
Trump carried Iowa in 2016 and in 2020, but the state has a mixed record. Former President Barack Obama won the Hawkeye state in both 2008 and in 2012. So in the final hours ahead of Election Day, both the Harris and Trump campaigns are making their closing remarks to turn any undecided voters and get as much support out at the polls. Kristen Welker, moderator of NBC's Meet the Press, has a look at their strategies.
Good day to you. The closing message from both candidates in these closing days of the race is to get out and vote. But they have very different strategies and closing arguments. For his part, former President Donald Trump, his advisors say his goal is to be focused on the economy, on immigration, two of the top issues for voters where he does the strongest if you look at the polls. But often he veers off course, and some of his allies, some of those Republicans in down ballot races who are fighting for their political lives are concerned that if he doesn't stay on message in these closing days, that could hurt not just him, but their chances at election as well. For her part, Vice President Kamala Harris focused on closing on a message of unity, arguing that former President Trump poses a threat to the democracy. She's also been talking about issues like reproductive rights, like the economy. Some of her allies believe that she should be putting even more of a focus on those latter issues, which have been proven to really energize the Democratic base. Zooming out in terms of what we are seeing strategically on the campaign trail, both candidates spent a fair amount of time in the Sun Belt this weekend, but in the closing hours of this race, they will be barnstorming blue wall states, a sign that those states will make all of the difference in this election, including the state of Pennsylvania, which has the largest number of electoral votes. Both candidates will make a number of stops in Pennsylvania on Monday. In terms of the polling, our latest NBC News national poll shows that this is still a dead heat, 49 to 49%. So we always say this, but it couldn't be more true in this election cycle. It's all going to come down to who turns out to vote.
Our thanks to Kristen Welker, and be sure to join NBC News and King 5 Live for election night coverage and up-to-the-minute results. NBC's coverage starts at 3:30 tomorrow after a special edition of King 5 News. Then as ballot boxes close at 8 o'clock here in our state, join us on our streaming app, King 5 Plus, for breaking results and analysis. Our coverage continues through the evening here on Kong, starting at 9, and we'll have team coverage of all the big races on King 5 News at 11 o'clock.